afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, here of the Reich, Defender of the Fatherland, over here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Holotly Farmer Winter. We shall be watching VonIvan fighting for Germany, for Deutschland, for the Reich. Fighting here for the 5th Panzer Division, holding up here, counter-attacking straight into the lines of the 130th Rifle Corps under the command of Matrick. Fighting with partisans, urban defense, and guard rifle versus VonIvan's mechanized assault. We got conscripts there, we got grenadiers there on the way for either side. No dual pioneers there for VonIvan. Doctrinally, we are looking more or less at full infantry with a single Strafniki bulletin there, sort of makes things slightly stand out there for Matrick, or Matrick. Or as the French might have said it, Le Matrick. And then again, I likely won't ever know. Also interesting to note here, 2 counter squads will immediately retreat here, which likely indicates he is going to go for an early building. I imagine if this is an indicator, it's going to be an early special rifle command. Also get some sandbags up here, that's good. Good. Unless of course you're the one going to have to attack the position, in which case you might go, Scheiße, the Russians are actually prepared for once. Bit of barbed wire going up here for VonIvan to deny the cover right there into the centre. Conscripts heading northwards there. Got more sandbags up here. Very methodical play there by Matrick. Not bad, not bad. I mean, a lot of players tend to neglect the sandbags, but they can actually do quite a bit there, in particular in an area where there's otherwise very little heavy cover. Getting up sandbags there, for example, you can then give you quite the advantage. Of course, you might want to consider laying down some barbed wire as well to sort of make it unusable to your opponent. There you go, Special Rifle Command. He can go for the Strafniki. He could also go for an M3A1. Or I suppose if Matrick here is feeling rather ballsy, he might go for an early sniper. More sandbags here. You know, Dimitri, I find ourselves laying down a lot more sandbags than we used to. Again, up north here in this case, though, we do find VonIvan disrupting it. The VonIvan, by the way, headed for the centre. Not really any sort of initial rush for the fuel there, so in fact, you could see here Matrick gaining a bit of an early fuel advantage. He's forced to abandon the position here, though. Building collapses. A few stray shots there causing the entire thing to collapse. And there we go. It is, in fact, an early sniper there for Matrick. But there we go. Troops here caught out in the open. There's heavy cover for them there, so this might be a win here for VonIvan unless Matrick managed to support it. Looks like the troops here have forgotten down south. There we go. They're getting a move on. But again, clearly methodical play here. Supporting it with sandbags all the way in case of an initial assault there from VonIvan. Not bad, not bad. Rare to see, but nice to see. Question, of course, is then will Matrick employ his sniper likely up in the north there where there's actually units, so that way try and drain out VonIvan's Truppen. More conscripts on the way. Interesting enough, no Strafniki. That might have been a nice thing to throw into the mix as well. But so far no sign of that. We got 2 grenades striking northwards. Also noting, by the way, though, the way he actually places his sandbags pretty much means his opponent, VonIvan, can't actually use them to hold the territory, which is actually a rather clever usage of the sandbags, and certainly not bad to consider. I mean, you generally want to sort of ensure your opponent, for example, can't use at least not too easily. So in this case, I mean, even were to use it, he would not be able to hold the victory point with it, which rather would make things a bit easier there for Matrick. Again, same thing here. Again, very methodical there. That's very nice to see. Clearly a man who's got his head around his sandbags, or something like that. No doctrinal choice so far from Matrick. VonIvan up to 5 grenadiers. That's a pretty heavy tier 1 there from him, in particular in terms of infantry. There we go. VonIvan tends to get open in the centre. Sneaks in with the grenadiers to go straight for the car front. Bold and vicious. Attack from north there, straight into Dushka. Machine gun and plate. We've got the sniper joining in there. Heinz Dieter already dead. Got a full Ura here. Ultimate engagement. We've got the flamethrowers up here though. Still they're out in the open. The conscripts are less so. So this might work out reasonably well for the conscripts here. Meanwhile, the grenades are suffering quite a bit since the grenades are out in the open. Do see an attempt. No, not an attempt on a rifle grenade. One conscript though was focused down, but at the same time, the results also focused down. Now it's down to 1 squad versus 1 squad. Meanwhile, more troops joining in here. And ultimately, though, the conscripts are being fought. Oh, wiped out there. That's a heavy loss. All on for Matrick right there. The flamethrowers definitely doing their job. No report though from the pioneers, as they occasionally do go, it does smell like pork. Why do we care about that anyways? It's not like they're cannibals. They've got guys there fighting. We got another card squad there to replace the losses there from Matrick. Trying to push in there. It looks like he got a bit worried there. He might have worried there was a rifle in it or something there from VonIvan, but VonIvan is yet to take up there. But still, they're infantry we start there, taking up, going for an MD42 at the same time. Successfully using the fact he's got more infantry than his opponent to push forwards that way. Got some engineers up there. Matrick could consider actually mining up around, for example, here, or simply mining the cover as well. I mean, either way. For example, here it creates a bit of a funnel, so there might be a better chance of getting some serious kills in, for example, as well there. A small consideration there for Matrick. A small consideration. Anti-tank units then, though, he's clearly worried about something. Vehicular. From VonIvan. And there we go, we do have a mine there, which is also a place you can put it down. Going for the fuel point there, hoping to disrupt his opponent's fuel further. Not bad, not bad. He could, for example, finish this sandbag position up here. Striking up the centre. Still no doctrine, by the way, from Matrick. Still no doctrine. We got lightest machine gun up here for VonIvan, adding in some serious firepower there to the Grenadiers. Piotr went down. Meanwhile, the heavy machine gun here stopping up the advance into the centre. Sniper looks like he's moving up to try and support him from the north. There we go. Didn't quite hit though. Just alert to the Germans the fact there's a sniper waiting up on the hill. VonIvan keeping up the good pressure again, using the fact he's got more troops on the field than Matrick of their occasion versus the Soviets. Bancroft inch stuff. He has tagged up, but he's so far not going to like to make his company. And Matrick's going for the second sniper unit here. A second. Looks like he's figuring basically with all these grenadiers, we can get off enough snipers, he can bleed out VonIvan rather rapidly. I mean, that could work, but at the same time, if VonIvan, say, follows up with the scout or something similar, he might be able to catch the snipers off guard, in which case he would really cripple Matrick that way. So it's a bit of a risky gamble there on either side, in a sense. Because we'll have to see how Matrick's, well, most risky there, what pays off. And soon there'll be a second sniper there, team on the field. In general, those snipers operated in teams. It was also something German snipers did, by the way. It was not something, say, unique to the Soviets. But there we go, another counter squad down. It's not really looking too well there for Matrick. He's bleeding out a bit heavily. More than his sniper so far bleeding out VonIvan. Heinz went down there. Reinforcing. Another grenadier down. But certainly with these two sniper units, he should have a good chance of being... Oh, looks like VonIvan might try and rifle grenade here and try and catch the last sniper. Wipe a unit there. Bold, but I think in this case VonIvan might have reached too far, gone a bit too greedy. And there we go. Jürgen did not make it back home. So right there, that was one sniper unit getting a kill on the squad. 4 and 9 killed so far, that's overall 15. Mine going off here, leaving several grenadiers not feeling too well. But overall, VonIvan possesses most of the map. He's got both fuel points. He's also got all the victory points, except one actually up in the north here. Oh, nicely placed mine there, by the way, right next to the fire pit. Basically, if he moves up there, he might get blasted to bits, but only suffering one loss there still. That should help up Matrick a bit further, and should certainly make some easy targets there for the snipers. Feeling firmly up. There's still no doctrinal choice there from Matrick. And what do we have here? We have the 250 half-track. Panzergrenadiere, Achtung! Driving into the snow. Ready to bear into Matrick. We could certainly do something quite nasty to those snipers if we can catch them, that is. If not, well, there's obviously going to be less of an impressive effect there.
We are losing a sector.
There we go, charging forth. And cutting down those retreating Russians, which can somehow run faster than a half track. Impressive feat. Still, he could drive into the base and maybe get the units there wiped out. The sniper certainly would have nowhere to run. So let's see if VonIvan can actually do it here. Then again, we got Partisans, we got Conscripts moving in. He's actually gone for Partisans. He's got anti-tank parts there with anti-tank rifles. Anti-tank and they quickly pop. Sniper down. And there you go, one Partisan down. He might get the unit wiped there with the Panzergrenadiers Sturmgewehr might. But some rather hefty action there in the blizzard, in the snow. Ultimately, though, VonIvan is forced to fall back here. His raid not quite succeeding, and resulting in loss of the half track. And we got then a Sturmgeschütz Ausführung A supporting the 5th Panzer Division. Another sniper unit retreating overall. VonIvan, though, still maintaining map dominance, though now he's got here to contend a bit with some rather heavily anti-tank rifle armed Partisans. 3 in 1 unit. Should allow them to lay down a bit of a volley, though he might want to get more to deal with the Stugi. Down south, Grenadiers win the engagement versus conscripts. And S-mines to cover the cut-off point there. Bold, brazen, and clever there by VonIvan. Looks like he's getting rather aggressive with the Sturmgeschütz. He feeling confident there's not much to stop it. Well, except maybe, you know, the anti-tank Partisans, which could get some good shots there. Under the right conditions. Oh dear. VonIvan getting very bold here. Now he's going to get flanked there by the anti-tank rifles. Oh, he was actually quick to abandon the building instant enough, but in this case, merely to get off an anti-tank grenade. And right here, VonIvan might have gotten too greedy. In fact, he has. Now it's being dealt here by the anti-tank rifles. Already veterans too, which increases their accuracy and penetration. There we go. That Stugi was quickly dispatched with haste here by the heroic actions of a single anti-tank partisan unit. So that did not work out well at all for VonIvan right there. And those anti-tank partisans definitely paid themselves off right there. VonIvan quick to call in another unit. He's of course getting plenty of fuel, so of course for him it's less of a loss there, though there's still the manpower. And in this case the Stugi there was definitely wasted, not getting off a single kill. I'm not really sure what VonIvan was thinking, except, you know, again he's thought, yeah, well, there's only anti-tank partisans. What's they can do? Oh dear, this is much, much worse. So he actually lost the Grenadiers. Definitely sensing a bit of greed that might have backfired on VonIvan now. They concentrate with a light machine gun. Now the Stugi moving forwards again. He's clearly only worried about the anti-tank part, and even then, not too much. Really needs to be a bit cautious there. Not sure what VonIvan is thinking there. Another Stugi about to get knocked out. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible for VonIvan. It's absolutely great for Matrick though, because oh, Stugi abandoned. Oh, VonIvan. That's crazy. That's definitely rather reckless there. I mean, he really must be feeling overly confident for him to basically play the Stugis like that. I mean, had VonIvan been even just a little less reckless, he probably could have kept them both alive and slowly but surely bled out Matrick. Instead, he's just popped away 2 Stugis. And he's gotten a 3rd one. This rate, someone's going to have to call Zafira and ask, get him to question VonIvan as to what the hell is going on. Yeah, he keeps throwing some evadement, Führer. We don't know why. Almost getting snipers. I mean, VonIvan is really just now intent. Oh, he got 1 sniper squad. He got 1, but he might lose the gun in the ears. He probably will, actually. Oh, VonIvan is just suffering massive casualties there in his rage towards the snipers or something like that. I don't know. Bloodlust, anger, hatred. Ooh, more anti-tank parts. In this case, they're running into these minefield, but still, VonIvan is just going in there blindly. We are seeing a tank come out there from Matrick, chatting some tanks. Oh, he's about to lose a third Stoogie. What's going on here? This is crazy. That's 3 Stoogies in the first 15 minutes of the match. I mean, again, if he were to use them, probably he could do a lot of damage again, but he just rather feels like he doesn't quite care, or he's concerned with something else. Or he just feels like he can get away with these huge chances and just, you know, fall back and come back later in the game, but the way he's throwing away equipment, you know, it's starting to look less and less likely for him to do that. And now we've got a T7 down the way from Matrick, who's probably feeling reasonably confident with the anti-tank rifles plus all the equipment he's just wrecked. He doesn't have to worry about anything big right away, which is certainly quite sensible. VonIvan might in fact be forced to tag up, get up some fuel caches to sort of help with all the fuel losses he's suffered, and that way get some more regular armor, because a Tiger right away might not be quite feasible. Then again, VonIvan might in fact exactly try to play at that. Right now though, VonIvan's... oh, he's barely got any units left. I mean, he's gone from having most of them having more units, and now he's barely got anything. The snipers definitely paid themselves off, but again, the way VonIvan handled those Stoogies, quite something else. More mines going off here. I mean, in that regard, you know, Matrick's attritional strategy seems to work out quite well. It's only going to get better here. Panzer Grenadier about to get lost there. MD42 setting up, but holy. No, the Panzers did not make it. It briefly looked like they might have a chance, but ultimately they did not.
You have a Tiger to deploy.
He can get a Tiger, but it's still going to be about 5 minutes or so before he can get it. MD42 clear as well. He's got 2 units left. Anyways, time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation before VonIvan can best be described as catastrophic. And again, he's at lots of units. He's thrown away 3 Stoogies, lots of infantry. He's down to 1 Grenadier squad, 1 Pioneer squad. He's laying down mines with that guy. He's still, you know, done some damage to Matrick throughout this fight, but right now he's rather hanging by on a precipice and about to, well, fall into the abyss of defeat. Matrick, on the other hand, certainly suffered some losses, but he's rather managed, you know, not make any rash decisions. There's overall build of force, and he slowly but surely bled out VonIvan and certainly punished VonIvan for all that reckless behavior. Now he's got T-70, he's got anti-tank partons with anti-tank rifles, snipers and so on. I mean, he's already got a better chance. He should definitely lay down some more mines, and he should also secure more of the map, get up some caches, I think, and build up some of his armor. I mean, right now, the only chance I would say can imagine seeing here for VonIvan is basically somehow hanging on to a Tiger. In that case, he might have a slight slimmer of hope there versus Matrick. But even that would be, well, quite reckless. And overall, he needs to replenish some of all those infantry losses. He also needs to somehow grab some equipment back, get that MD42 back somehow, manage to secure something, I think, from Matrick might also help out VonIvan a bit there. But overall, the situation can best be described as rather bad. And that's being generous. So let's see how this actually goes. This is definitely not the usual kind of fight. Grenadiers bring up there to Panzerfaust T-70. Got a telemine up there. Grenadiers being forced back. Looks like VonIvan here might try to bait him in. No, he needs to be careful. He doesn't get the T-70 to set off the mine. Oh, never mind, didn't happen, but he could have had risk. The telemine was set off by the T-70 as the Pioneers were on it, but no. Got the T-70, a bit of breathing room there for VonIvan, but he's still severely low on manpower.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Severely low on manpower, yet somehow VonIvan is confident victory can be found, so let's see if VonIvan's confidence can be well paid off. And we actually got now Assault Grenadiers at this stage of the fight, plus Pioneers, plus Panzer Grenadiers. So VonIvan doing his best to quickly fill up the front line with fresh Soldaten that the 5th Panzer Division's Panzer Grenadier battalions can somehow muster up for this sector. Though clearly there are some lackings in replacing all of those heavy losses VonIvan has suffered.
battlefield.
I mean, he might have a chance here if he can surprise them with a sprint. He could get the snipers. He lost the pioneers, and they were eventually two of the flamethrower. This is still not looking particularly
We are losing a sector.
splendid for Deutschland. Forcing off the partisans, we've got the snipers here, and they can of course sprint away from the sprinting assault grenadiers.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Building a fuel cache there, clearly something on. Got a half track there though. Interesting enough, not upgraded with anything.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Oh, he's about to lose those assault grenadiers. I think he might get away there. Ah, onto the conscripts and the church. You're going to have to retreat up through the bowers. Then again, it seems rather centered on the church, so they will largely be safe there. Still managed to force away some troops, buying VonIvan a bit more time, but only a bit. Only a bit. Forces pushing up north. Pioneers in there versus the combat engineers. Bit of an interesting decision there by Matrick, by the way, to go for the half track. Then again, it could allow him to secure this MD-40 at the front line pretty easily. But it does seem like VonIvan is very much aiming here for the Tiger tank, fuel caches and the likes. Question is, of course, will it actually pay off for him?
Light artillery barrage at you. Our
And
lines
there you
of
go,
supply
grabbing the
are
MD-42
disrupted.
from the fascists. Well, the frozen dead hands of them. Got troops here trying to deal with the Panzer Grenadier here to make use of the cover. Engineers wiped out, small loss there for Matrick, but overall a small loss compared to the damage he has inflicted upon VonIvan. Few infantrymen here holding up, but ultimately they are in a very bad position. The Grenadiers need to retreat now. They're down to one man. The snipers could get lost to the kill there. Ah, another unit wiped, but he got the snipers. He got the snipers, but even then, I'm not sure that was worth a Panzer Grenadier squad. Then again, they were veteran snipers. I don't know. Matrick though, quick to replace. Quick to replace. He's VonIvan's getting close to that Tiger. Question is, will he be able to turn things around? On the other hand, he's actually got plenty of victory points. There might be hope there. Might. And certainly the anti-tank parts, even with the extra veterancy giving them more penetration than the likes, they're going to kind of struggle with anti-tank rifles. I mean, even marked vehicles not going to make that much impression. So he's going to have to either bet on something else or hope he really gets lucky with calling in someone with Panzerschrecks. Anti-aircraft not there. Not there's really much German aircraft to worry about there for mechanized assault. Spamming grenadiers. Is he really caring about that Tiger? Because he really then should not be training those grenadiers. Because his Tiger is very close, in which case he'd just be saving up the manpower for the Tiger. After moving up there. Assault gun is in a bit of trouble. And wiped. Grenadiers then moving up. Panzer fighting the anti-aircraft half track, which is cheerily mowing through the Grenadiers. The assault continues up. We got fresh small sandbags here from Matrick. Just keeps adding. We got fresh snipers as well. We got another tank there arriving. And we got an MD-42 set up here to flank the position here. Nicely set up there by Matrick. Very nice positioning.
You have orders? The soldiers are shooting back! Man down! We serve!
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Regatta! We are bleeding, comrade!
VonIvan once more pushing his luck pretty severely. Pretty severely. Oh dear, Matrick actually lost his conscript squad there. It's a bit unexpected, if anything.
HMG ready for action. What do you need?
We've got spy network up. Clearly, Matrick wants to be clear of what VonIvan might be planning. Matrick taking no chances, even at this point in the match, laying down mines as well. Very solid and methodical again there from Matrick. Quite impressive. There we go. The Tiger has arrived. The Tiger is here. But will it be sufficient? I mean, in a sense, Matrick's got very little that can sort of directly seriously deal with it. He's got anti-tank rifles and a T-34-76. I mean, that's not going to be a massive threat, of course, unless he somehow gets off some good marked vehicle and flanks properly with the parts, but even then it's going to be a bit of a struggle there. In particular, if VonIvan can support it properly. And rather looks like he's going to start straight into a mine, and there we go, damaged engine already. I imagine Matrick was expecting this, of course. VonIvan's going to have to use Pioneers, and he's not even got them reinforced. VonIvan's force is in tatters at this stage.
You have orders?
Pantherfast again, his last remaining veteran to 3 Grenadier unit. Tiger a bit more needed for it's ready. They might be willing to hunt down the half track. Assault team encountering some serious resistance from the Russians. Might lose another unit. The question is, where will the Tiger go, north or east? Looks like he goes north to deal with the units up there. Another T-34 down the way from Matrick. Parton survived the first shot as it goes a bit too far there. He should pull back those Pioneers and get them enforced. He needs them on, well, basically maintenance duty on the Tiger. Heart shot going off down the half track. Might get it, might get it. Need to get that Pioneer out of there though. And there you go, anti-aircraft half track is a kill. Knocked out there by VonIvan's Tiger. Needs to be careful around this building. I mean, Matrick could in theory pop up some anti-tank partisans and hope they are ones with a Panzerschreck. They are, and he sort of then fully ambushes it properly. He could cause a lot of problems there for the Tiger. Shot going off there. Will he do it? Will he do it? Kanska's going there for an anti-tank. Oh, damaged engine again.
We have a fresh Grenadier squad.
And marked vehicle is going down there. Marked vehicle. Oh, there we go, ping from the rear. More anti-tank rifles though. I imagine though that he was betting on the Panzerschreck. In fact, he's got absolutely no Panzerschreck partisans so far. There we go, another T-34. We've got the Tiger outmaneuvered and being circled around there. Marked vehicle down. Anti-tank rifle shooting up from the small shed. And there you go, Tiger down. A bit of a risk maneuver there by Matrick, but ultimately paid off. Another Grenadier squad there wiped.
How can we help?
Grenadier straight into the T-34-76. VonIvan is still hanging on though, despite everything. Getting another MG42 there. Interesting enough, he's never bothered with a single pack 40. Then again, with the snubs about, of course, that might also be less of a wise decision. It looks like VonIvan has managed to secure himself a few anti-tank rifles. Slightly plinking away there at the T-34. Doing some lighter damage here and there. Need to retreat that Grenadier squad, very low in health. Almost victory 2 would be a waste to waste that. Never mind. He's doing decent damage there, but overall I think he should have tried at least to use cover there to make it a bit harder for the T-34-76 to kill them. I think he was trying there to flank, but instead he encountered some pretty serious Russian resistance. And the result is, well, a pretty obvious retreat there. Overall, the situation is terrible for VonIvan, that is.
300 points remaining. Our opponents are seizing a sector. The territory is out of contact. Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Apparently, he meant to do that on purpose. I suppose that does make sense concerning his behaviour, since it really didn't make too much sense. Even then, though, I don't know. Oh well.
We've been promoted, but does that include a pay raise? They're killing us!
So apparently that was VonIvan's plan there. Seeing how low he can go and then jump back in, which clearly he'd gone way too far to actually be able to get back in the fight. Having underestimated the power of, well, mines and anti-tank partisans. Generally don't try to underestimate them too much. In between conjunction with the marked vehicle and a few tanks, they can generally do alright damage there. But overall, I mean, still rather wasted. The Sturmgeschütz, he felt, well, rather wasteful. And overall, he wanted to bounce back. He probably should not have been trying to aim for a tie, but should have aimed for regular arm. I think that might have worked a bit better overall for VonIvan there in the longer run. But there you go. Still, some very nice methodical play there for Matrick. We saw mines, we saw sandbags sort of regularly used. Good use of the anti-tank partisans overall there. That certainly also helped up, I think, Matrick. And even if VonIvan hadn't been playing like that, he probably could have done reasonably well with them nonetheless. So, there is that. But again, overall, nice use of doctrine, nice use of his units, nice use of abilities, and so on. I mean, pretty nice play there in general by Matrick. VonIvan's there, rather aggressive play, so only managed to dominate the map again. Yeah. Oh well. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gave you some ideas, you know, might inspire you to use partisans. I mean, this is a fun doctrine if you know how to use it. Of course, it does involve some risks. So if you did, you know, consider subscribing, tell your friends, sharing it with everybody. If not, you know, send a review and provide some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Danger. Cheers, and thank you all for watching. Bye.